And we live, man. Welcome to another episode of the Cold Truth Podcast, where we tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and don't care how you feel about it. And before we get into the topics of discussion, I just had to make sure I ain't even looked at myself in the mirror, but it's only right. It's only right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it in the background too. Y'all see it in the background. It's only right. It's only right, my nigga. It is only right. My nigga Lamar Jackson, nigga. It is only right that we had to go ahead and put on 8 for your boy for that Jackson 5 that he put on display. Because we know that's the game that everybody was watching.
I ain't even mad at it. Boy, they whooped
That
him.
nigga put on that Jackson 5 performance, nigga. We got everything going on for you over here, my boy. You know
I
what
knew
I'm
y'all
saying?
just smacked
See,
him.
niggas be thinking, nigga, this ain't no fake shit, nigga. This that gang shit. We really talking about it. We really is talking about it. But that ain't even gonna be the first topic of discussion though, because this
Oh,
really just me as a football fan. This Cowboys and Lions game, I was like, most stupid.
he got stubborn, bro.
Man, Detroit had that game with that. I mean, because like it was a beautiful play call, but the fact that you don't like go out there and make sure that your people is where they're supposed to be and everybody eligible and everything like that. People can say what they want to, but the wrong lineman was called. But they had too many people running up to that referee talking about like trying to say too much extra shit. Because the play worked, but y'all were too busy trying to confuse the Cowboys and y'all confused the goddamn referees.
My whole
Confused
thing, my whole
confused them
thing
so.
was
But hold
the
on, they like niggas confused them so bad that like niggas is like, yeah, y'all are not finna like referee another game after the regular season. The whole crew got took out of like refereeing the game in the playoffs.
yeah. I was gonna say they was bad both sides though. It wasn't just bad for the lines. They
Yeah,
they missed that Aiden Hutchinson Hendershot trip, and they even called it on us. It was a lot going on. The referees were
too
bad on
much.
both sides.
Yeah, it was definitely bad on both sides, but it's like I guess the way that the NFL look at it, they're like crucial moments like that. They I guess they just kind of expect them to get it right, and they clearly didn't. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
I
I
don't think
don't know.
Jared Goff was that good. I think
Well,
Dak outplayed
I
Jared
will.
Goff.
He did, but I will say this: Jared Goff, like even after that throw, he had another like crucial moment to like get that 2 point conversion. Like he underthrew that ball. He underthrew that last ball. Had he had threw that ball away, that's a 2 point conversion. That's game. But he fucked it up.
And I just wanted to say that because people acting like it's just strictly the refs and the
No,
Cowboys
hell
got to
no.
to
It ain't
win.
strictly them. Now, don't get me wrong. I done say some shit like, okay, yeah, I don't know what was said. I don't know what was said down there. I don't know if old boy actually, said that he was eligible and they just said what's his name over the left. I don't know what was said. But I do know this. I do know that I saw Jared Goff underthrow a nigga that could have won the game. So that's why in this situation I'm kind of like I feel it, but he had two opportunities. Yes, one got called back, but you got blessed with another opportunity and you didn't take advantage of it. And as soon as I said, soon I knew it was going. I knew he was gonna come in here. Dax
Dak still would
Dak
have been.
would have had 23 seconds, and Brandon, no, I don't think they getting that, bro.
I just think Jared Goff played trash, bro. He was 19 for 34. He threw
Yeah,
two picks
it was a bad game.
and CD. Everybody, you remember you were saying CD put him in them conversations? He outplayed Amon Ross St. Brown. Now they got a lot to do with Jared Goff, but If you compare what Amon Ross St. Brown did to what CD did, and then you compare what Jared Goff did to what Dak did, the right team won the
He
game.
well yeah, St. Brown, CD definitely outplayed him, but St. Brown to me, like I feel what you're saying, but he still clearly proved why he's still like the best like special teams player on that team. He went and got that last touchdown for them. So it's like at that point I can't even knock you like you did your job. He did his job.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying like matchup wise, stat wise, and
Oh yeah, I mean stat wise,
Laporta has who was that? Laporta, he made some bad plays. He just didn't block on like two straight, like not two straight plays, but it was two plays where Laporta just was nowhere to be found on them on them blocking schemes. So Lions really had a lot to blame. It wasn't just the refs. That's just a
yeah,
scapegoat.
but
That's really
I
all I'm
will
saying.
say this about Laporta though, like and he's gonna learn this as he like you know plays more games because he's a pass catching receiver. Like that's what's cute. Like the George Kittles of the world, like it ain't too many niggas as far as tight ends out there just like left. Like we see a TJ Hawkinson getting all these goddamn yards. Still like all like I can even say Mark Andrews to a fault. But that nigga Travis Kelsey as many yards that he been getting these over these past 7, 8 years before this year.
Yeah,
Hey nigga, we know that y'all have been like salivating over the quarterback getting y'all the ball,
yeah,
but y'all don't block. Like the George Kittles and the Travis Kel and the not Travis, but the goddamn Rob Gronkowski's that used to catch and block and still get a shitload of yards. The Jason Wittens they used to catch and block and get out of yards. Like them type of tight ends is fading away. It's either you do one or the other, and if you're just
yeah.
able to do both, you're an anomaly.
They getting too finesse. How you feel about um dang, what's that dude name for the god dang I keep messing it up. Dan Campbell. Cause you kinda hinted toward it, but why did he keep going for it, man? Why did he keep doing he just got too stubborn, bro.
You
That
know
was
what
bad
though?
too. That was bad too.
You know what? CD over AJ Brown. They play two different styles. I'm not gonna say all that. I can't completely say that. CD
I
over AJ
can.
Brown.
I
No,
can.
I can't say all that.
It's a mentality thing. AJ Brown was whining last week. He just was whining.
But see,
I'd
this is
rather
my
have
thing about.
CD.
Well, see, this is my thing about AJ Brown though. So like, I feel like that he really wants to become that type of receiver to where he wants he wants the same target share as CD. Like he wants to get 10 to 15 targets thrown toward him. But what he has to realize is that you are I feel like he's more of a big body receiver that works perfectly in a team that is a run first and can work off of play action. And that's what he has been successful in Tennessee when he had Derrick Henry, and the same thing with Philly last year, where they were running the ball a lot better than they were this year. But just the fact that the run game for Philadelphia has not been as dominant as we have, expected it to be. I just feel like AJ Brown is kind of like just he's kind of stuck because it's like I could say that CD's a better route runner, but if I'm just talking about if I want a big body receiver that works best in a run first offense, give me AJ Brown.
He fit a
But
scheme better than CD.
he fits a scheme because he's a big body, throw it up and go get a receiver. I don't feel like that I could trade AJ Brown and CD even in their respective offenses and expect them to still be as dominant as they are right now. I can
No,
honestly say that I don't think that CD will work in Philly scheme, and I don't think that AJ Brown will work in Dallas' scheme. They are both
that's
perfect.
scheme, but who would you rather have? Just outside of all that, just player for player.
It's hard because they're both different. Because
Who
like
would
I
you
said,
rather build around then?
me personally, I would rather build around AJ Brown just because I know I can have a run game with a dominant receiver. Like the Cowboys this year They run game has not been something that anybody can beat the table on or praise, them niggas about. But that nigga CD has, I've said it, bro. I've said it on camera. That nigga CD is a top five receiver in the league, regardless if Justin Jefferson would have been healthy or it is yada yada yada. CD Lamb has been a top five receiver, but he's in the perfect offense for that right now.
But I think he's more versatile than AJ Brown. You can put him in the slot, you can put him on the outside. He
He
can
might be
block.
more
He's a
versatile, but
dog.
he might be more versatile, but I don't see CD Lamb being as successful in a team that's really like a run first type of team. Like I don't see CD Lamb being because like I said, CD Lamb is getting 10 to 15 targets a game, and he's taking advantage of most. You're not going to get that in a run first. You're not going to get that. So AJ has taken advantage of the targets he's gotten, especially in Tennessee when he had Derrick Henry, and last year when the Philadelphia Eagles were definitely running the ball a lot better than they were this year. Now, I can admit AJ Brown had a stretch this year. He was getting like what 120-yard games, because they had to pass the ball. But like if you're talking about a team that like they run game is not working, I don't think AJ Brown can succeed in that type of system. Because right now, like his numbers have looked very shaky the past like shit, pretty much in December, they've looked kind of shaky. Like I'll say since the Cowboys game. Like he hasn't looked like, or I wouldn't say his numbers, but he just hasn't looked like the same type of AJ Brown that I've seen in the past. Like you're not going to sit here and tell me that he's got 1,000-yard seasons with Ryan Tannehill and he can't get this with Jalen Hurts. But the difference is the Philadelphia Eagles run game just is not that good this year, and nobody wants to admit that.
I think Jalen Hurts is regressed too. Like I ain't even gonna say I can't say if it's regression or stagnated, but he's not. I mean, you can see without the running game how great of a passer is he. So it's
And
like
that's the thing. Jalen Hurts is a the run game has to work, whether it's him doing it or he can at least hand it off to his running back, and they can run play action. But that shit, they can't run the ball. They lost too many pieces from last year, bro. And a lot of niggas be thinking that I'ma say it again, and I'ma bang the table. Coordinators matter. Whoever they got in their calling plays this year, he ain't working. Not working. Because think about it. On offense, what did you really lose? What did you lose on offense? And it's looking this much different than what it did last year. What did you lose?
yeah,
AJ still there. Swift still there. You got Dallas Goddard back. Like, come on, the running back that y'all got rid of Miles Sanders, DeAndre Swift. There's nothing that those that like there's
it's no
he
drop
can
off
do
either.
everything that there's no drop off. So what happened? You know what I'm saying? You got a different offensive coordinator. You got a different defensive coordinator. Both of them niggas went and got jobs. They both went and got jobs. So niggas like,
What about the
look,
fatigue? You not trying to hear that no more?
no, no.
Because I can't figure it out either. I ain't gonna lie. But I knew once they were losing. Yeah, yeah. All the games they was playing was close anyway. Their record really could be a lot worse if we just go keep it above.
Well, I said that just because I compared it to the
Yeah, the
and
Vikings.
I'm a yep, and you've heard me say it too, and y'all called me crazy. Well, no, you did, but Ray tried to come at me when I said it last year. I said, bro, I don't trust the Vikings. And what did he say? They're winning. They're winning. And what did I tell y'all? I don't like the way they're winning. The Eagles are doing the same exact thing.
It's only we try to defend it because they came off a championship run, so it was like you would think you could believe in it a little bit more, but then they started losing. You know, winning cures all. Then losing bring a lot of shit to the forefront, and I think that's just what it was. Now I can see the Vikings comparison way
Yeah,
more.
bro, because I told you, I said those games that the Vikings were winning were too close for comfort. I said the same thing about the Eagles. I'm like, bro, these games last year, these close ass games, would have been nowhere close. It would have been nowhere close. They would have got their ass beat by the Cowboys last year. They would have got their ass beat by the 49ers last year. They would have lost a close ass game to the Cardinals last year. This shit is not happening last year. Nobody wanted to admit that these niggas are not as good. Now, granted, I'm not taking nothing away from them. They beat a lot of teams that we thought were top teams in the AFC. They beat the Chiefs, they beat the Bills, they beat the Dolphins. They beat all of them niggas. Cowboys can't do nothing with them. Cardinals losing another close game. Shit, you lost against the Jets.
So are you feeling different about the Eagles now that you see it play out? Do you think they like a first round exit? Second, still think they can get to a
Man,
conference championship? Like,
if the Eagles ain't got that first round bye, nigga, like let's just think about it. So right now they the number 5 seed, and this is the same thing I said about the Cowboys. Do I think they will make it out in the first round? Yes, I do. Am I gonna sit here and praise them niggas for it? No, I'm not. Because it's the same thing I said about the Cowboys last year when they got the luxury of playing Tampa Bay in the first goddamn round. The Eagles may get the luxury of playing Tampa Bay. Now, has been Baker playing some of his best ball these past couple of weeks? Yes, he has. But do I expect a lot of niggas to pick Tampa Bay over Philly? No, just because I just don't see Tampa Bay as being that consistent. And then just looking at their record wise, like it's a reason why they got that record. Philadelphia has played better competition than what Tampa Bay has to offer. So that's the only reason why I'll say that Philly is probably going to take that game.
so I'm assuming you still got the 49ers at the top of the NFC. So who's in your second and third slot?
Uh, I still got the 49ers at the top. And I know that they just lost this game. But if you're talking about playoff football, give me Detroit and then give me Dallas. But it's a damn close margin.
Oh wow, you sounded like Stephen A. Man.
Just and the only reason why I say that, bro, is like I understand that Dallas's offense is a lot more explosive because of CD, Jake Ferguson, but I just feel like
I feel like
if I
Cowboys move the ball with ease on their Lions defense, man. I don't think their
I just
Lions
feel
defense
like
is good,
if
bro.
if you ask me who I had to pick, like in the second round that had to go on the road to play a game, give me the Lions.
Yeah, I guess we just got to
If they
agree
had to
disagree.
go on the road, give me the Lions.
Yeah, we just got to
We
agree to
have
disagree.
not seen, but see, and this is what game have we seen that the Cowboys are playing at home this year that has been anywhere close to as competitive to the game that we saw them play against the Lions.
I mean, you not wrong, but we also seen the Lions get blew out multiple times,
We have,
and it's
but
like
I mean, we've seen
I
the Cowboys get blown
I
out
don't.
once.
Yeah,
Well,
but you
when we
don't
talk
trust.
about NFC talent, NFC talent.
Oh, okay, what who you trusting more, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott,
If you asking me the quarterback, give me Dak, but the team, give me the Lions, bro.
and what position is better? What position groups are better for Lions than the Cowboys?
So
What are the position groups?
the run game for the Lions, I'm still going to is still better. Now, if you want to say that CD is better than St. Brown, I am not going to argue with you on that.
Just
But
receiving core, just receiving core. In it don't even just got to be just one of one.
receiving core, I would still take the Cowboys. I would still take the Cowboys receiving core. I'm taking the Lions run game. Uh, the Lions, I like Laporta a little better than Jake Ferguson, but I feel like they can go mano a mano. So I'm not gonna kind of say that one is just better than the other because I think that Dak and Jake Ferguson are kind of clicking at the right time. So
Yeah.
we kind of go model your model. So I just really think it comes down to like, you know, it just comes to stopping the run. And when you just look at every team outside of the Cowboys and the Eagles this year, bro, the Lions can run the ball. The Rams, who have clinched a playoff seed now, can run the ball.
Well, how
We
do you
know
feel about
that
the
these,
Lions defense? You ain't say nothing about the defense. I think that defense is not all that.
but you know what though, the the only time that I would really feel like I've been saying that the whole time too. But the fact that they still went against the Cowboys, who are considered to be a top seed, because mind you, the only t- the Lions just have not had the luxury to play the 49ers or the Eagles to where we can really just, put a benchmark on how I feel like they really are. But I feel like this game was like really close enough to where I can say I trust the Lions to at least get to the second round of the playoffs this year because the Lions can run the ball. The only question about them, am I going to get Jared Goff that's going to play like an elite playoff quarterback, or am I going to get a Jared Goff that decides to, you know, forget that he's been to Super Bowls and shit like that and just fall off a cliff? Like that's my only concern about the Lions. Like if Jared Goff plays the way, like think about it, if Jared Goff plays playoff elite Jared Goff football, he completes that short little pass he threw,
Mm,
and the Lions win that. If he throws that pass right, that very last play where he threw it short, they win that game.
you can also say Cowboys would have won even more convincingly if that Pollard shit didn't happen. If he just would have got his ass in the end zone. So it's like you can
Exactly.
nitpick a lot of like single plays, but
But
when
I
I just
will
look
say
at
this
position
though.
groups and quarterbacks and
But the only reason
everything
why I'll
involved,
say
I
this
like
though
the
is
Cowboys.
like that's why I say like I don't think the Lions outside because I think the only power team I could think of that just really just blew them like I mean of course outside the Ravens, but I think they I can't remember if they lost to the Seahawks. But with the Cowboys, I feel like because they're not really a power running team, that's why I feel like they can hang with y'all. And right now, because the Eagles don't have a good run game, I feel like they can even hang with them. I really truly feel like if Jared Goff is on his best behavior, the only team that should be able to beat him in the playoffs, depending on, if they make it past the first round, should be the 49ers. Because they are actually a power running team. Now, because right now I believe they're third, so I believe they will play. I don't think it's the Rams they'd have to play, but if they had to play the Rams, even Kyrie would going to fuck off. So that's why I kind of feel like, ugh.
See, I see you ignoring all these pro Cowboys comments. Dallas will most
Oh,
likely be at
I
home
ain't
in
even looking to
playoff.
put. I ain't even put it on my computer right now.
Dallas runs things at home. Lions haven't beat any good teams.
What
I
you
ain't gonna
mean the
say
Lions
that.
ain't beat no good teams?
I ain't gonna
Yes,
say
they
that.
have.
I ain't gonna say that. I don't agree with that. And it says they lost to the Seahawks. I don't think the Lions are bad. I think they are on the same playing field as the Cowboys. But I only would take the Cowboys because I think we're better at
Oh,
certain
so they
positions.
lost to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So right now, if my memory serves me right, the Lions had that. Oh, okay. So the Lions had that loss against the Bears. They lost to the Cap because they're 11-5, right?
I
So
think
they
so.
lost to the Bears. They lost to the Cowboys.
Ravens
They lost to the Ravens.
and the
They lost
Seahawks.
to the Seahawks. And who was that 15?
Let me see real quick. Um, did they lose?
They lose to the Packers.
They lost to the Seahawks. No, they didn't lose to the Packers. Seahawks, Ravens. Yeah, they lost to the Packers once. They split with
Okay, so and let me go ahead and sit there so I can, address these comments. But
They ain't lose to no Jags.
nah, they
Like,
didn't lose to the Jags. But let me just say this, man, about the Lions, and then we can move on to the next topic to what I really want to get on, and the Cowboys. So I really do feel like as long as the Lions or the Cowboys don't have to see San Fran, they both gonna be all right.
yep.
And that's just my because I don't like even with this game that the Lions had and the losses that they had, we got to be honest. The Lions can run the football. St. Brown is the truth. Laporta has been a godsend. We're not finna act like that. The only teams that I mean, as far as the NFC that the Lions lost against outside of the Packers, come on, man. The Cowboys they played tough. The Packers is a division game. I'm not one of them that try to kill a nigga from losing to a division opponent. That's just not how I am. Anybody that knows me know that I'm a division opponent. It's always a tough game. It's always a tough game. And the Seahawks at the time, them niggas was hot. The Seahawks were playing some damn good football and it was a close game. So I ain't gonna just sit here and kill them for that. But I can understand where the conversation come up to where they and all that. I get it, I really do. But I guess I might have just a little bias in the conversation, just because I have been kind of beating the table for Jared Goff for the past 2 years. Because I thought that trade that they did between him and Stafford and the Lions was like y'all really trying to throw him into purgatory, like he ain't really a cold quarterback. Like I ain't gonna say cold quarterback, but like he ain't accomplished. But like we not gonna sit here and act like that. The year that Matt Stafford won that motherfucker, he still led the league in turnovers and interceptions. But
Yeah.
that's neither here or there.
I
So
always
that's
thought
why
golf
I don't.
was a little bit underrated,
Man, look,
overlooked.
and I've always said, and people could try to take me to because it's all hypothetical at this point. But the fact that Sean McVay got Jared Goff to a Super Bowl, there's no way that anybody could convince me if he had that same exact team and you went and got him Von Miller on his defense and got him Odell on his offense, that Jared Goff would have been able to do the same thing as Matthew Stafford. But that's just me. But we ain't got to go too deep into the meat and potatoes of it. But into my next topic of why that I'm dressed the way I am in my Ravens fit, in my Lamar Jackson shit, because in 8 we trust. And we had to hit these niggas with a Jackson 5 to make sure they understood what the fuck was going on around here. And you too. You too. Because you've been trying to discredit my nigga for far too long. And I'm tired of the foolishness. I don't want to hear nothing about no defense, nothing. In case y'all didn't see it, let me just go ahead and read off the stats for y'all. And I'm going to make sure that y'all understand what just happened. Because
They were tormented about Lamar.
my nigga Lamar, Demetrius Jackson,
You see the comment? We say
stayed true to his name.
Lamar threw a right hand pass. He switched hands mid play.
My nigga Lamar, Demetrius Jackson. I don't give see because he talking negativity. I don't even want to see it.
Lamar problem. Yeah.
You said what?
Oh, I was reading that comment. It say Lamar problem. Miles best player in the NFL. Gary got something for him in the playoffs.
I tell you what, y'all better stop acting like we ain't played that nigga Miles Garrett once and embarrassed them niggas.
Bruh. Didn't was Watson playing? Didn't Watson play that game?
Not the first one, but the second one was a close game. It wasn't like nigga. Ain't none of the games Lamar done lost. He got blew out.
I
That's one
just
thing I can say.
you know how I feel about Lamar, man.
I
He
don't give a
Joel
damn.
Embiid. That regular season shit cool. We all scared of him in the regular season. Postseason, he can be
But you got it.
had,
But
bro.
bro, we've only really been able to see this nigga twice.
Wasn't He just wasn't that good, bro.
But it's
The lights
whatever.
was too
I ain't
bright.
worried about it.
He's out there
I ain't
sounding
let
like
these
Jared
niggas bring me
Allen.
down. But
The
anywho,
lights bright.
my nigga Lamar, Demetrius Jackson, hit a Jackson 5 on the top seed in the AFC East. And y'all can say what y'all want to. Y'all can say, oh, it's Miami. Hey, nigga, Miami came back on our ass last year. So guess what? We looking for revenge. And that nigga hit them niggas with 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna stunt. That was an ass whooping.
18 to 21. Let me just make sure I put this into perspective, in case niggas was a little slow in math. That means that he only did convert 3 passes.
That was an ass whooping, bro.
So that means that was 85%. 321 yards, 5 touchdowns, effortlessly.
Bro, I done seen the Dolphins lay down a lot this year, bro. I ain't gonna even lie.
I don't give a damn.
I turned this shit off in the third quarter. After,
Niggas was talking. Niggas was talking about, oh, the Dolphins speed gonna tear us up. They ain't gonna be able to do what the Cowboys did against them last week, nigga. Because they thought that since the Cowboys kept the game so close, they're like, oh, the Cowboys ain't gonna be do what they ain't gonna be the Cowboys do it last week. Like, nigga, we locked that shit up and we beat the shit out these niggas, man. This motherfucker locked up. Yeah, he did all that.
the only thing,
Hold
bro.
on, hold on. I need to figure out who was
Oh,
Lane
that's
supporting.
Lane.
Who was he
That's
supporting?
before he Cleveland Brown fan.
First and
He
foremost,
from
nigga,
Cleveland. He
you
from
first
Cleveland,
and
man.
foremost, nigga, you beat us with your starting quarterback in Deshaun Watson, the nigga that y'all played 230 million. That's who y'all beat us with. So stop trying to cap. Stop trying to cap because you know damn well when that nigga won in that first game, y'all got y'all ass whooped, and y'all shouldn't have won that second game. Don't do that. Do not do that.
Dolphins laid down though. After that third quarter, like after halftime, bro, they laid down, bro.
But bro, the thing about it is that it shouldn't even been that. Why Tyreek dropped that touchdown?
He done did that a couple times this year. That's why I quiet down on him being MVP. Because he done did that like a couple times this year. Wide open touchdown. And then he get to grabbing his helmet like that's gonna make it better. No, no, no. I've seen that too much from him. Nope, nope, nope. I'm glad you brought that up. Tyreek Hill done did that a few times, Chris, this season. So
Like, why did
talk,
he drop that?
you know what was say, bro. When Zay Flowers made that catch, that 75-yard catch, and then what was his name? Isaiah Likely? I think Likely his name.
Isaiah likely had 2 of them on the boys.
So yeah, once them two
See a
happened,
lot,
I said,
but see
oh
a
man.
lot of niggas don't know. See, Isaiah likely is really like that. But even when that nigga sat down and that nigga Kolar, nigga, the Ravens really be getting these tight ends like that, nigga. Bro, that nigga Zay Flowers, hey man, shout out to B Boy. Y'all got a rookie that did better than Hollywood Brown. The first year y'all had him, but that nigga had Lamar MVP season.
Yep. I like the fact that they go after them Florida guys just so bro could be comfortable with them too. Because they tried with Hollywood Brown because he from Florida, but it just ain't work out. But I'm glad they took a crack at another one with Zay Flowers. I really like how he been playing this year. Bateman had some catches too, Chris. Now I'll give
No,
Bateman some love.
Bateman finally did. It's just I follow one one nigga that do a Ravens pod but he talk like NFL news and shit too. But when I tell you he be so hell bent on Bateman, bro, and I'm like, dog, I like my nigga Bateman. I really do. When he's healthy, he can go snag that ball. But we already know what it is, nigga. Your health is the best asset to your game. And if you're
Yep.
not healthy, you can't do nothing for me. So that's why I be like, bro, I be in the comments on like, say, bro, I don't want to hear nothing about this nigga Bateman again because it's like he stay getting hurt, and even it'd be like games who like, bro, I expect Bateman to have 130 yards. Calm down. You're not getting that. It's not going to happen. Can he give me 2, 3 catches like he did this last game? Shit, even with that nigga Odell. Odell, I apologize. I realize the only thing I need from you is about 1 or 2 catches a game. That's all I need.
Yep.
Because that catch that he made, oh my God. Oh my God.
That bro, y'all see y'all receivers really stepped up this game in my opinion because it was just they just made play after play after play, bro. Like play after play after play. The likely catch, the Bateman, the Zay Flowers catch. It was just a lot, bro. The MVP was Lamar and the receivers. The receivers really showed out against the Dolphins, bro. And Jalen Ramsey so overrated, Chris. I'm done with it. I don't care what nobody say. I
Come
don't care
on,
about no
dog.
metrics,
Come
no
on,
stat.
dog. Hold on, man. Come
He
on.
is cooked. He is cooked. I'm done with him.
You think he cooked like that?
Bro, he's the most overrated cornerback I can think of. They talk about him like he goddamn Dion. That dude is he was solid when he was with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was good. He was good. But ever since then, he's been at least solid or he's not been that good, bro. He's consistently
Well,
getting cooked,
I will
bro.
say that he was definitely him in Jacksonville, but once he got to the Rams, because nigga, we saw uh that nigga was getting cooked in that Super Bowl, nigga. He said it himself. He couldn't even deny it.
Cooked.
Barbecue chicken.
That's why it's like, bro, man, that I don't think what's the name that good either. Javon Holland. I think that this is a lot of people that secondary that they I don't know that I don't know. Miami's probably the biggest frauds. They the biggest frauds, bro. They laid down. They got killed, bro. They got absolute. They was getting their ass whooped. And then the way they gave up, it just was sad, bro. Like they didn't even go out on their shield, as they would say in boxing. Like they just kind of took their tail, bro. Like they didn't have no fight in them. They whoop, bro. Whew, whew. I- No, that was embarrassing, bro. That's secondhand embarrassment. I could care less about the Dolphins, and I'm not just. It just, man, nah, bro. I'm even more mad. I'm even more mad, bro.
Oh, because the nigga just folded like that.
Yeah, that we lost to them, and then they bounced back with this performance, and where they just got their ass whooped and laid down.
I
Tyreek
keep
out.
trying to tell
Tyreek.
you, bro. That's why I told you better stop hating, nigga. The 2 teams that you was talking about, nigga, we just came and beat the shit out these niggas, man.
No, I really, I don't hate the Ravens. It's just Lamar kind of taking Michael Vick's spot, and I grew up on Vick, and it's just like
I
I
mean,
don't know. I
you
get in
know
my
what though?
hater moments.
But you know what though? You know what though? The only reason why I feel like you should be okay because like that nigga Victor already said it. You know when we come to football, when nigga basketball, when we talk about this nigga Brock, look, nigga, there's no way that Jordan or Kobe, God rest his soul, will ever say like, yeah, that nigga Kobe like used to praise that nigga Brown on his talents because you remember when he got to LA and he got hurt. He was like, oh yeah, Brown will be fine. You know, his God given talent is his, his size and his strength. You know, he got the yada yada yada. But nigga, come on now. We know damn well that Jordan and Kobe would never sit there and admit that LeBron was better than them. This nigga Victor said, like, yeah, bro, he got it. If y'all talking about the type of quarterback that we are, he got it.
I don't think he better than Vic though. I ain't gonna lie.
Uh,
I think Vic got stripped in like 2 years, bro, in the middle of his prime. So it's
I feel
like
you, but I can't blame Lamar for that.
I ain't gonna blame Lamar for that, but it's just like, man, I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna keep hating on Lamar, but it's just I gotta. It's the Joel Embiid, Chris. I gotta see you do it in the playoffs for me to stamp you now at this point. You done did everything you could possibly do in the regular season. He finna have two MVP. He finna have all these amazing seasons, but then it's not gonna mean nothing if you don't get the playoff success. He's one of those players in the NFL. He right Dak right there too, in my opinion.
I can't even
You
say Dak right there.
now I'm talking about to where just like your regular seasons don't matter. He not as good as Lamar in terms of accolades and how we go view him 10 years down the line. But if you don't get the playoff success, are we really gonna care that Dak was good? We gonna care that Dak was good?
I mean, so the way I look at it, I feel like this year Lamar got to be AFC Championship or bust. Like I know it's kind of hard to like go Super Bowl or bust, but it's like just this year alone, like man, you have to get to the championship game.
I'm happy
That's
you
the
said
one
it.
you ain't been to yet, and even when you get there, it has to be competitive.
And you
It's
have to
got to
just
be.
play good. Even if you lose, you just have to play
Yeah,
good.
it's got to be competitive
You
because
can't
I just
blame
don't.
me.
I just need to get it to the point to where I don't want to sit there and blame you 100% for why we lost.
Exactly. Like
You
he can't
got
go
to
out like
play
Dak did
good.
last year. He literally
Nah,
has to. He literally has to not be the reason. And what I'm saying, I'll be like, I'll be all right. But until then, Chris, I'm just gonna kind of talk shit about him, like I do with Dak. No offense.
goddamn. I feel it though. I really do. But like I said, man, this is gonna be a this is gonna be a defining year because you can't get a second MVP and get knocked out. You know, technically in the first round for you because it's the first round because it's the first game you played in. So he got to get to that championship game, bro. That's the only
Um,
way. That's the only way I look at it right now.
who you most scared of in the AFC right now? There's a bad matchup for the Ravens or the most difficult matchup.
Cleveland,
Cleveland.
like, bro, I
Is it just because of Flacco for real? Like y'all really fearing Flacco right now like that?
no. Well, it's a little bit of both. Cleveland is finally. It is sad, bro. Hold on, let me get this. Hold on. and I and you know what though, I will kind of say that it is kind of because of Flacco, and the only reason why I say that is because and nobody wants to admit it. Joe Flacco is playing better than any performance that Deshaun Watson has put on any time this season.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Even the game that we lost against Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco has been playing better.
That's a fact.
Like that first game we played against them, it's like okay, y'all had it was early in the season. Niggas still trying to figure some shit out, but come on, bro. We talking about a team, and by the way, they coach Kevin Stefanski. I hope I'm saying his name right. Coach of the year.
I wouldn't be mad at what's their record? What's their record? They record like
They're like 10-5 or 11-5 or some shit, bro. They're
he can
winning.
get it, bro. Yeah, he can go out here and win it, bro. I wouldn't even be mad at that. I ain't gonna
He's
lie.
done it with 4 different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
What else can you say?
Can't say nothing, bro. Every time I see them win, I'm like, huh?
Come on, bro. And it's like some of these games is like effort and like I was talking to my homeboy about this shit. He's like, "Oh, Joe Flacco, his passer rate." I'm like, bro, this year has been the year where like you cannot base anything on these stats, unfortunately. Because before we used to be able to put this shit in black and white and like, oh, he's clearly this, oh, he's clearly that. Man, niggas is trying to look at the eye test and really look at how you look against certain competition. The stats don't fucking matter this year.
Hmm.
They just don't. Like, let's keep it a buck, bro. If I'm gonna keep it a buck and like just really be honest about it, do I really think that Lamar should win MVP this year just based off some of the other numbers I've seen from quarterbacks? No, I don't. Because Brock Purdy and Josh Allen clearly have better numbers. Now, Brock Purdy may be the only argument because of his team's record. But, bro, Josh Allen literally has to win this game and hope that some other niggas don't fuck up as far as, like, teams losing and winning to make sure he makes it to the playoffs.
Yeah. I ain't gonna
Like
stunt.
I can't like I
I
can't
can't unsee what happened with Miami. I damn near give it to him. I wouldn't even be mad now at this point.
well yeah, I mean I just can't just look at a quarterback trying to get the MVP and you're really relying on the outcome of the game. Like I cannot see you as
Yeah,
MVP. Did you
yeah.
drag us back into the discuss into the playoff picture? Yes, you did. But nigga, if I'm considering you an MVP, I shouldn't be in that situation to begin with. I shouldn't be in this predicament to begin with. If you're really the most valuable player, we should be winning these games no matter what the fuck is going on.
Okay, so if
Like
you had
it,
to leave out a quarterback, if no quarterback can get the award, who would be your top three MVP non QBs?
nigga, I can't even name three. It would really have to be just between Tyreek and CMC, and maybe whew, if I had to throw a third one in there, bro, and a lot of niggas might hate me for this. Throw my nigga CD Lamb in there.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Look at look at what Dallas was doing offensively. Look at what they were doing before they really just started feeding this nigga the ball. Look at how they looked. I don't get at this point. I don't give a damn who they was playing. If we just gonna be honest about it, because that never comes into play when we talking about this shit. Look at how Dallas was looking offensively before they really just decided they was gonna get CeeDee Lamb, start feeding him the ball before they was like, oh, we not gonna do these little five, 6, 7, 8, targets a game. We finna give you 10 to 15 targets a game. Come on now. That nigga made all the difference in the world for a team if we gonna talk about MVP.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it because I didn't know he had that many catches. I said, damn.
Bro, let's just keep it a buck. CD is a top 5 skill player in the league.
Yeah. Now that you said it, yeah. What about Miles Garrett? He ain't up there. I think Miles Garrett, bro.
They're
Just
never
his,
gonna give a defensive player MVP in this day and age.
yeah, no, I know, but I'm just saying, like, just out of non
If we
QB.
go talk about defensive player of the year, I'll give you that. But it's just hard for me in this day and age to understand that like, oh yeah, Miles Garrett gonna get it because he's not. If I were to say that, it would really just be because I would be a true fan of this nigga, and there would be some fandom, but he's not.
Mm. They say why Tyreek and the MVP combo and CD not they almost on par. I think Tyreek was seriously a real serious MVP candidate,
Because
but
of the hype.
he done had too
The
many
hype.
drops.
We thought he was gonna get that 2K.
And he dropped a lot of passes these last couple weeks, and they've been getting curb stomped. When they
We
lose, they
thought
get curb stomped.
we thought that Tyreek was gonna get that 2K. That's the only reason why niggas was keeping him up there. But at this point, now that we know he's not gonna get it, he's not in it. Like, yeah, the yards that you're getting, yeah, they cool. Like, they're exceptional, they're great. We're not trying to knock you for it. They're still great numbers. But for a wide receiver in this day, nigga, think of did Calvin Johnson get it?
Nah, hell no.
And
But you know they
he
suck.
was he was
They,
almost there.
but they suck though.
It don't matter. 2K is 2K. You were at 1900 and you still didn't get it. Like clearly, you were the most important player on that team. You were the reason why their record was even what it was. You were the reason why they made their only playoff berth. Yeah, I got knocked out in the first round, but nigga, you were the reason why.
Bro, I love Calvin Johnson, bro, because I've never watched Georgia Tech before or after he was there, but he was he most overrated receiver in NFL history, bro, because the shit
Whoa.
was great. The shit was great, Chris, but it amounted to absolutely nothing. Like
Facts. I feel
it
you
was
on
like,
that. I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
and it's just like, damn, how great can you be if you didn't even make the playoffs most of your damn career? So it's like great individual talent, but that shit damn near like empty stats, in my opinion. And it's just like he never really got the opportunity to show his greatness in times where it actually fucking mattered. Then week 3 catches, then week 2 catches, week 14 catches, you already lost 8 games. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
Like you said, the game's already over.
Like that shit damn near was stat padding, in my opinion. I know that's very gonna be very unpopular, but Calvin Johnson damn near was a stat pattern, bro. We just gonna keep the book. Big, tall, fast, and they sucked. Throw it to him. I swear.
But so I guess if we just talk about MVP right now, uh, like who you got in your top? I guess your top 5. Who you got?
Lamar easy, bro. It's like Lamar, Christian McCaffrey, and now that you said CD, I got CD third. And I don't think no quarterback really deserves it. Lamar put on a hell of a performance. That performance right there really made me okay with it because I just was like the Zay Flowers throw. It was a beautiful game by Lamar. That was just a beautiful game by him. And it was to the point I don't even like Lamar like that. But for people to say he deserved the MVP the week before and he didn't, and then he came back and followed it up with this
I
team,
mean, I
that
will
was
say
I
this:
like
the
that.
week before that, I think they kind of was like saying that just because like it was so effortless to where he really didn't have to do anything, and it's like normally you would think a team that has to go against the 49ers, the quarterback would have to do so much, right? But for the
Mhm.
quarterback to have 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, I think that's kind of what like was like, damn, like. And I understand the 5, takeaways from the defense, but even still, bro, like you gotta understand, these niggas scored on 7 straight possessions, whether it was a touchdown or a field goal. I still think whether they would have stopped them niggas or not, Baltimore was going to score.
No, I feel that, Chris, but I just don't feel like that was an MVP performance from Lamar against the
Well,
49ers. Like,
yeah,
there wasn't
but
no
and
calling card game where it's like, you remember what Lamar, what he did to the 49ers? No, it wasn't one of that. But you could be like, you remember what Lamar did
yeah,
to them damn Dolphins the week after? Like,
but
that
I
was just like,
will, but and the same, and I will say this because we gotta make sure we like, make sure that this, bro. I love the NFL, but we gotta start acting like this MVP ain't based on recent history.
mm,
That's really what it's based on, bro. Like when you look at the Lamar and the Ravens, right? Just think about it. Let San Francisco had to play Dallas and Philadelphia back to back weeks. We would be talking about them niggas the same way we talking about the Ravens because they had to play the San Francisco 49ers and the Dolphins back to back weeks. It really all depends on when it happens, bro. The fact that the 49ers had to play the Cowboys so early and then they had to go bum rush the Eagles so late. But now it's like ain't nobody even like looking at the Eagles like that once they done beat them. Like imagine if they would have been on like it's this MVP is all based on recent history. And then from there, the thing that they do that's so common, they're like, okay, we see how they look now, but let's go back and see how they looked in their losses. And that's what this shit come down to. They gonna go like they've been going back to the nigga Brock Purdy, like, oh well, he need his whole goddamn team to win games like this, yada yada yada. But then they look at Lamar like, oh well, all his games are close losses. Like that's the difference. They look at recent history and then go back and look at how you lost. They don't look at Lamar like, oh, that he lost against the Steelers, division. Oh, he lost against the Browns. Oh, division. Oh, he lost against the Colts, playoff team.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's what they be doing, bro.
I think with Lamar too, it's like we know he's a legit MVP guy too, though. He's the one MVP. He's the
He's
been the
bad in
most
this league.
explosive player in the league before. Tua and goddamn Brock Purdy. Just think
Hey,
about it,
bro,
Chris. 8 years
bro,
from now, you be like, man,
I'm
Brock
glad you
Purdy was the
said.
MVP.
I am glad you said it because I have been saying that shit. I'm like, bro, literally. Because right now, I think Christian McCaffrey was really the cute pick, but now he's kind of out of it. But now think of it: Tua, Purdy, Lamar, Tyreek is clearly out of it. Unless he would have got them 2,000 yards, like that would have been the reason for them to give it to him. Like, nigga, like, let's just keep. Who is the cute pick? And this is my quarterback, and I'm saying it. Who was the sexy pick?
Yep,
It's
Lamar.
Lamar.
Yep,
Don't nobody want to hear that Tua won an MVP.
bro.
Don't nobody want
Who?
to hear that Brock Purdy won an MVP. Don't nobody want to hear
Yeah.
that, man.
I think that would have discredited the MVP. Like if Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Brock Purdy.
Come on, bro.
It just would have looked nasty, bro. That's why I'm so glad. I'm
That shit
so
would have looked
glad.
disgusting.
I damn near was
Like,
finna boycott the MVP. I didn't want Lamar to win it, but Lamar's an actual MVP guy.
what sounds pretty? What
Yeah,
sounds pretty, bro?
Lamar.
And that's the same way that these goddamn voters think. What is the pretty pick? Nobody wants to hear that your 2023, 2024 NFL season MVP is Brock Purdy or fucking Tua Tagovailoa.
I agree, bro.
If it was Christian McCaffrey or Tyreek Hill because of how nasty their season had been looking, but C-Mac has slowed down. Tyreek is not getting that 2K. Lamar Jackson is the pretty pick.
Yep.
And the excuse that they're using is the eye test. Nigga, come on now. Lamar looks better than Purdy on TV.
Yep.
Lamar looks better than Tua on TV. Nobody wants to see, a seventh round pick. Nobody wants to see a short motherfucker doing absolutely nothing.
Man, I agree, dog. I just, I this was just kind of a year where the MVP it was just kind of depressing in the NFL this season. It was
I
depressing, bro.
mean, it's kind of depressing as a whole, just because it's like if you go like let's like, and I don't even have it pulled up, but if we just go look at the top QB numbers, are you really like confident in saying like, oh yeah, that's the MVP of the league?
Yeah, exactly. Nope, not them.
Come on, man. Like that, and that's really what like that's why niggas is like they kind of like upset at this year because like oh they treat him like the Heisman. But it's like I ain't saying they treat it like the Heisman, but it's like nigga we gotta call it what it is. Like when you just like we really have to look at resumes of some of these QBs. Like we really gotta say that Lamar beat the shit out of the Lions, who are a playoff team. The Seahawks, yeah, you can say they're a playoff team or not, but whatever. But it's like, nigga, then you got to go down the line. This nigga beat the number one seed in the NFC, and had a better record than these niggas at the time.
Yep.
And then went and beat the number one team in the AFC East, and are still leading their division. So at this point, like, yeah, you can say it's like the Heisman, but it's like, hey, like now you got to look at resumes. Now you have to look at resumes. Because as good as Tyreek has been, look at who they beat and look at who they lost against. The best team they beat have been the Cowboys. They lost against the Bills. They lost against the Chiefs, who are playing like some straight trash right now. You have to really go back and look at who the Chiefs have. I mean, the Dolphins have beat, and be like, oh, is that really impressive? Because no, it's not. Like the Cowboys were the best team that they had beat, and they were fighting for a wild card spot, regardless of their record.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
So, I mean, come on, man. Everybody been like I have said all year that the Cowboys and the Dolphins were literally the same exact team. They've been beating up on bad teams. And before y'all start to be trying to say I'm crazy, go look at who the Cowboys beat this year, and go look at who the Dolphins beat this year. Tell me I'm
But
crazy.
no, we're different because we've been losing kind of close games. We lost close
I ain't going
games.
for that. I ain't going for
Nope,
that.
nope. The Dolphins are getting their ass whooped, bro. Like literally curb stomped. They got curb stomped. We got curb
And
stomped
so
one
has
time.
Dallas, man.
We got curb stomped once. Everything else has been closed. The Dolphins game could have really went either way. The Bills game could have really went either way, bro. Let's keep it above. And at
I don't think
first,
the
the
you
Eagles
know
game
what?
could have went
I'll
either
say the
way.
Dolphins game could have went either way. The Bills game could have definitely the Bills game y'all definitely lost. But when I just look at the Dolphins as far as like
What about
that
the Eagles
chick,
game? The Eagles game could have went either way. The
the
good teams
first
that we
game,
played and
the
lost to,
first
they
game,
all pretty
yes, the
much
first
went
game
either way.
I'll give you. But that second game, y'all clearly beat their ass. But I
Yeah.
will say at the same time, but I have not looked at the Eagles the same as everybody else has this year. That's why when I see y'all beat them, bro, like, and don't get me wrong, I understand who the Eagles have beat this year. I know they beat the Dolphins. I know they beat the Chiefs. I know they beat the Bills. But it's just like I don't know what it is when it came down to playing y'all. How close that first game was, I really wasn't surprised the way that second game went.
I think
I
them
guess that's
coming
the
off
only
getting
reason why
their
I
ass whooped
wasn't
by the
too crazy
49ers is
about it,
why.
but I do understand it.
I think they got their ass whooped by the 49ers and then knocked some of their goddamn confidence down, bro. Because
Yeah.
they just came off an ass whooping, so we whooped their ass. And then we just played Detroit, throw Detroit in there. That was a good win. We played better against better teams than the Dolphins as a whole, whether we lost or won. And I don't think that's deniable.
Yeah.
They've been getting killed, Chris, bro. Like killed, curb stomp. They got curb stomped by how many teams now at this point? Let me go through, man. Let me go through this because they done got blew out a lot, bro. We got blew out one time.
What you talking about?
The Dolphins got blew out by the bro. They did get blew out by the Bills. They
Yeah,
got
they got
blew
blew
out
up by the
by the
Bills
Eagles.
at the beginning of the season.
They got blew out by the Eagles. They got blew out by the Bills.
They got blew up by the Eagles. I thought it was close game.
No, 31-17. It wasn't that close.
Oh, wait. Rick, I thought it was closer than that.
Nope. And then they got blew out by the Ravens. That's damn near how many blowouts was that? It's
That's three.
one. It's three. That's three blowouts to our one. Chris keeps saying Detroit ain't beat nobody either. Detroit really was beating up on bad run defenses. If we just go keep it above. Because I just went through that earlier. Most of they wins came from teams that was bottom 15 run defense.
Hey, nigga, you got to take what you can get because guess what? That run shit traveled in the playoffs.
Yeah. Until they go up against the Bears, who's the number one run defense, and they got their ass whooped.
I really think the Bears, like, after that trade that they had with Washington, I think they, like, figured that run defense out. Because that first game that they had against them, yeah, it was close. But, like, that second game, they were like, yeah, nigga, we got this shit figured out now.
I told y'all, I like Justin Fields. I never was with that Justin Fields slander. And
I mean,
I'm so
hey,
huh.
hey, I don't already put out my scenario for that team, and we can go ahead and get up, go over that, and then we can hop off. So right now, in case y'all don't know, the Chicago Bears had pretty much solidified the number one overall pick because they did that trade with the Carolina Panthers. So the Carolina Panthers have the worst record in the league right now. So that would get them the number one overall pick. But since they did that trade with Chicago last year, Chicago gets that pick, and Chicago also, I believe, gets the number 9 or 10 pick or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So
Mhm.
the way that I was looking at it, I'm like, hey, keep Justin Fields. I believe the number two team is the Washington Commanders. I don't think that they're going to get another wide receiver because they have Terry McLaurin, but right now, quarterback, they are stuck with Sam Howell. So if I was the Chicago Bears, I would listen to a lot of phone calls from the Washington Commanders if they want to move up to the number one pick, and I will let them trade me heaven on earth so they can ensure they get, because they need a quarterback. Let's just go ahead and get that out the way. Do I like Sam Howell? Yes. Is Sam Howell a franchise quarterback? No. Sam Howell is a good backup if your franchise quarterback gets hurt. I think that's what we can go ahead and agree what Sam Howell is because he has starter experience. If a quarterback gets hurt, he can definitely fill that role. And this year we have seen to where that is a valuable piece to have. A quarterback that can come in and take over.
I kind of like Sam Howell, bro, to the
I
point
do
where
not like Sam Howell as a franchise quarterback. So if I am Washington and if I'm Chicago, I'm picking up the phone. Hey, Washington, what do y'all want to trade to make sure y'all get this number one overall pick to make sure I don't pick up y'all quarterback? Because I really believe that I can go far with this nigga Justin Fields. But if y'all are giving me the option to get another rookie quarterback, then I would do that. And guess what? I bet you money. If Chicago has a smart GM, they are going to move up in top five to try to get that nigga Marvin Harrison Jr.
but can I say this? I don't think okay, so you said Washington got what pick? The second?
The second, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think they should move because let's say Caleb Williams, Drake May. I think Jaden Daniels. I think there's about three really good quarterbacks in this draft to the point where it's like if I'm in it in a certain range, if I'm in that 1 through 6 range, I don't really have to trade up because it's not
Well,
just
shit.
one quarterback.
Even if the Commanders don't try to move up, somebody gonna try to move up, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be the Commanders. I feel like they'll be pretty much happy,
Wherever they
whichever
get
quarterback
into,
they don't get to in the first pick with the
yeah,
first pick.
they're
So
like,
who?
okay, let's go get the second best nigga.
Yeah, yeah, I promise because they were saying Caleb Williams was kind of like an Aaron Rodgers, Drake May was kind of like a Justin Herbert, and they were saying Jaden Daniels was kind of like a Lamar. So that's just three really good, high graded prospects at quarterback for this draft. So it's like if I'm at two, I'll just be good at two. I don't want to move too much just to get a guy that that's just me. I do want. Let me look and see who got the pick. Who's after Washington? Because I do see the Bears trading down, but who really
If
needs a
they decide
quarterback?
to keep Justin,
Atlanta. Where's Atlanta at?
let me see.
Because I think Atlanta is a quarterback away. If Atlanta can get into a top five, top or that top pick range, because they're at the point where they just got to consolidate because they got enough young talent. They just need the quarterback to complete it. I really think they just need the quarterback to complete it at this point. So I think
Yeah.
Atlanta need a quarterback. Who else? Who else do I really think need a quarterback?
Ow, you son of a bitch.
So New England Patriots. Where would they
Yeah,
be? Where I don't know if the Giants was the Giants taking. You think the Giants would take a quarterback?
they should.
So you got Vegas. probably. New
So
York,
let's see.
probably. Patriots, probably.
Uh-oh.
Top 10 picks were teams.
So right now, I'm trying to pull it up because I had it pulled up, but I can't. Okay, here we go. The draft order. So right now,
Mm-hmm.
the the Bears have clinched the number one overall pick
Mm-hmm.
by Carolina having the worst record in the league. The Commanders have the second pick. The
Mm-hmm.
Patriots are sitting at number three. The Cardinals are sitting at number four. Now the Cardinals could be intriguing just because I don't think niggas really know if they gonna keep that nigga Kyler Murray or not. So that one could be interesting. The Giants are at five. The Chargers are at six. They're not picking a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
The Titans are at seven, even with Levis. The Jets are at eight. The Falcons are at nine, and the Bears have another pick at 10.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, Jets and Falcons, they kind of stick out to me. Because I feel like they
Now,
both are good enough to where if they can get a quarterback in, they'll be willing to trade a lot to get a quarterback in because they're good enough. I really think that those two teams right there stick out
only
to me.
thing with the Jets is that you got to think about how invested are they in trying to get pieces around Aaron Rodgers for these next 2 to 3 years.
Man,
That's the
is
only
Aaron
problem.
Rodgers' contract guaranteed?
I don't know the contract numbers. I haven't looked that deep, but it's like when you went and made all those moves to go get them, you damn near have to make moves to make sure that you can win with them. That's why, like, I don't feel like they would go and try to make a move to get a quarterback. But
Man, that dude old as hell, man.
I know, bro. That's that. Like, that's the only thing. Like, and then the fact that he done got injured on the first drive of the first game of the season. And I don't give a damn about y'all talking about, oh, he could have came back. No, the fuck he couldn't have. Because if he could have, he would have.
He wasn't gonna come back there. Nah.
Like, this nigga is old. This nigga's going to be 40 years old.
That's why I say them and the Falcons are a sneaky trade up team. They'll move heavens and earth to try to get a quarterback because they feel like
The
they ready to
Falcons
compete.
make some, now the Falcons I feel like a move up just because Desmond Ritter is not the answer. They got too much young talent over there. They got Bijan Robinson. They got Drake London. They got Kyle Pitts. They need a quarterback. Niggas was looking at them crazy because they really didn't like go all in to get Lamar. And it's like, nigga, if y'all would have got Lamar and still had y'all first round pick and got Bijan Robinson, oh my God.
And I think that's why they should go all in and get Jaden Daniels, who won the Heisman, who they're comparing to Lamar. And I think now's their chance because you don't have to even get a top 3 pick. Well, you have to get a top pick, but just yeah. But then if you're the Bears, you don't want to slip too
But
far to where
you
you
know
can't
what
get
though?
Marvin Harrison.
It's really just because we don't really know what a lot of these teams are gonna do. Like even with the Patriots, like with their history, like do I think they're gonna get a quarterback right now? Like, do I really believe that they go get a quarterback when I know they should? No. No. Just because of who the Patriots are.
Yeah.
Like, should they get one? Yes. But like you don't know. Tennessee, I don't think so. Because they did already put all that to Will Levis. They had Malik Hooker that they got from Tennessee last year. We know the Chargers not going for no quarterback. Now the Giants, we don't know. They may shock us. The Giants might go get a quarterback. The Cardinals, depending on if they get rid of Kyler Murray and trade him somewhere. But the Patriots, that is going to be the pick right there, that number 3 pick. And the same thing with the Commanders. I think the Commanders and the Patriots are going to get a quarterback, bro. And I think it's going to come back. I think it's going to come down to which one of those teams really wants their quarterback. Like, or if they really think that that nigga Caleb Williams is the quarterback that they want. Because if Chicago decides that Justin Fields is going to be their quarterback, nigga, please believe that they are going to try to trade with that number 2 or number 3 pick to where, oh, we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and give you that pick so you get your quarterback. But guess what? If they're at that number 3 pick, believe that Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be a Chicago Bear.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be a Chicago Bear alongside with DJ Moore. And if Justin Fields can't figure it out after that, because he's going to get put on his 5th-year option this year, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to put him on his 5th-year option, and they're going to give him DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison Jr. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna move some shit around the front office. If he can't figure it out after that, hey, I don't know what to tell you.
That's the biggest thing. Can they trade down and still be able to get Marvin Harrison Jr.? Because I think the Cardinals would keep Kyler Murray and get Marvin Harrison Jr. if they could.
But the Cardinals are down. They would have to make a trade with Washington or with New England to make sure they can still get him. Because think about it. They're not going to keep Sam Howell and give him Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, nigga, we gave you Terry McLaurin and you couldn't do nothing with him.
And that's why I say I think that's another trade target too.
But with New England, oh hell no. If New England is right there at that spot, or if they move up, they're getting a quarterback. So let's say that they swap with New England, because New England is at number 3 right now. If Chicago were to switch New England is definitely going to get a quarterback because they need a quarterback. They're not going to keep Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi or whoever the fuck they got and bring in Marvin Harrison Jr. and not have a QB. Like like at that point, it doesn't even fucking matter. You're going to waste a year of that nigga's career. But if they swap with Washington, let's say Washington gets a QB at number 1, and then at that point, Chicago's going to be at 2. You still got DJ Moore. You still got Justin Fields. And then you've added assets on top of that pick swap to go find other pieces. Oh, nigga. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr. Get me an offensive lineman at that number 10 pick. And then with other assets that you've acquired in that trade, we are building up that defense and we building up that offensive protection.
I'm with it.
Justin Fields going to get a contract.
I like Justin Fields. I never thought he was as bad as he was trying to make it out to be. He just was young and didn't have much.
He went to Chicago. That's the problem. We got to start looking at these franchises. He went to Chicago.
Yep. I feel the same way about the Cardinals. Because in the 10 games Kyler Murray them played, they done won 5 of them. And before that, they only won 1 game. I'm just saying.
Rash.
I think Kyler Murray's still good enough. I think he's good enough to be a competitive quarterback in this league now. Is he just a perennial goddamn get you to the playoffs, Super Bowl quarterback in the right situation, maybe. But I do think he's talented enough to where it's like I wouldn't want to trade up and do all the craziness to.
Yeah, I can feel that. But shit, we done had a whole little combo on this motherfucker though.
It's cool because I had a lot of questions though, because shit, it was just some questions I had for sure.
But it's one more week. We'll have to see who the fuck playing this weekend and who ain't. But I'm about to go ahead and hop on off of here, my boy. But this has been another episode of the Cold Truth Podcast. I'm your host, White Boy Chris. That's Diddy Knows Ball. And we out of here, man.
Yes, sir.